A fresh year is on the calendar, which makes it time for the biggest annual tech trade show, CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. And this year marks an important milestone for CES as the show celebrates its 50th anniversary. It officially starts on Thursday, but there's already plenty of gadgets to talk about. So what can you expect to see this year? CNET senior editor Scott Stein is here to talk to us and show us basically the latest in tech. So Scott, let's start with this. Kids items are always huge sellers. What can you tell us about the Lego Boost?
So Lego has already made robotics products in the past. If you ever knew about a Lego Mindstorm kit that your kid played with in school. But Lego Boost uses your existing Lego toys, and it looks a lot more colorful and fun. It's a coding, programming robot kit that will work with 3 separate bricks and then allow you to customize with any of the kits that you might already own. It's going to be about $160. It sounds like a lot of fun. Basically, it sounds like the fun fusion toy that you thought Lego would have done already. And there are a ton of programmable robot toys that are out there on the market and growing, so it's kind of going to slot right in there.
I know some little human beings who will be extremely interested in that. All right, one of the items catching attention for its price tag, just as much as its features, Acer's gaming laptop. What does $9,000 get you?
Not nearly enough. This is the, don't buy a $9,000 gaming laptop.
It's pretty expensive,
This is the Ferrari weird, yeah, it's ridiculous. It is a curved 21-inch display. You don't need a curved display on a laptop, FYI. It's tremendously heavy. It does have 64 gigs of memory. It has multiple bays and graphics, but I mean, you could buy a gaming laptop that costs a lot less, and you could just wait for some of those features, or just connect your laptop to a curved display. You can buy one, just plug it in.
Very, very practical advice, I think. Well, what about Curry, the robot nanny? Looks like a Pixar character. What does it do, though?
Yeah, so robots are getting adorable, and that's one of the things that companies are trying to explore is how do we get these in homes, not freak people out, and have ways that you could find ways to have fun with them, right? Maybe? Well, Curry is Andrew at CNET looked at this and thought it was great. It is basically a surveillance robot. You know, this thing is meant to keep an eye on things. It's got cameras. But you can also interact with it. It's cute. It doesn't talk, but it kind of beeps and boops and feels like a Star Wars robot meets a Pixar thing. And that's a trend you've been seeing a lot in a lot of these robots that are not trying to look ultra human and freak us out, that are trying to be more interactive. And they're also taking advantage of advances in camera technology. Computer vision, which is basically smart machine learning in these cameras, enables them to identify things in a much more seamless way, which enables these types of robots to work better.
All right, it is kind of cute, I suppose. Ahead of the show's official open Thursday.
I want to talk about 3 hours of battery life. So.
How many?
Yeah. 3 hours of battery life.
Oh.
That's the one thing I feel like you got to get it to a charging station.
Yeah, that's something to consider. All right, but let's talk about some of the major trends we should expect. Clearly, robots seems to be a huge one.
It is. All over the show, big and small, robots are showing up. I think it's, again, because maybe not that the building of them is getting more advanced, but the software underneath is. Artificial intelligence, again, cameras that have computer vision, which means if you have a camera that can do facial recognition, or a camera like that's on augmented reality devices, Google's Tango phone, which can sense and map 3D space, that type of stuff is making its way into self-navigating cars, into drones, and also into robots to find their way around and interact. So you're seeing companies start to really grasp that now and build robots taking advantage of it. And they're popping up all over the show.
Wow, fascinating. Well, after a big sales season for Google Home and Alexa, smart home assistants, we're hearing are all the rage. What more can we expect?
Well, Alexa's all over the place. Amazon is not at the show, but Alexa's being baked into more smart home and other devices than any other voice platform, more than Google, certainly more than HomeKit at this point. And Alexa, I mean, there's a fridge that has Alexa now. There are robots and smartwatches, and you know, how many things do you need that do it? But it is very interesting because it's not just the voice control, but the interconnectivity and command of the system is a potentially great thing. I mean, already smart switches are great to have lights. And not everybody might want a smart toaster or a smart refrigerator, but certainly if you could take the devices you have and make them interconnect, that's the sort of stuff that will be interesting. But you could see Alexa is getting the attention of a lot of companies, probably because Echo has been such a runaway hit, and everybody wants to be part of that picture.
So many fun new toys. Scott Stein, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.